Recording. So with this one, we're going to use a few tools. First, we're going to crop this image, and we're going to do that because our mask is probably going to look better if the two pictures are the same size. I do think you also need to move this one picture up. So turn off the layer visibility eyeball on the surfer, grab the move tool, and move the dunes up. And then the crop tool is located, it's the fourth tool down on the left, or excuse me, third tool down on the left, this one. If there's any numbers in here already, just click clear to clear it. And now draw from the right, or the upper left corner to the lower right corner. And you don't want to grab any of that dune, you just want to go to the edge of the water, of the surfer picture. And that's going to allow me to crop, so it's going to cut off this excess. And to crop, I'm going to click the check mark here, just like a transformation. So now my pictures are the same size. And layer-wise, I've got my surfer picture, I've got my dune picture, and then at the bottom I just have pure black. And I just did the pure black to show you a way that you can use a gradient mask with a solid color if you want the picture to just fade out. So that's just to show that. Alright, so we're going to be putting the mask on the surfer picture. So select layer 1 and then choose mask. And instead of painting our mask with black paint, black and white paint, we're going to use a gradient. The gradient tool is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tools down on the right. There's gradient and it's connected to paint bucket. But we're going to use the top tool, the default gradient tool. Now up here, once you've chosen it, you'll see in the options bar that you have lots of gradient options. And as you click the little arrow right here, you'll see different gradients. You can also load more, and in the future we'll do projects where we load more. This one here, the far left gradient on the top row, is the gradient that reflects whatever colors are down here in your toolbar. So I have black and white selected right now, so that's what it's showing. If I had a different color, it would be showing those. It's an easy way to adjust your colors if you only want a two-color gradient. The one right here is going to show either black to transparent or white to transparent. And watch what happens when I flip my colors. So notice, oh, actually it's going to close it. But notice if I flip up here, how it's showing black to white, white to black. See that? And then it's going to do the same thing here. So it's going to flip from whatever the top color is, but going to transparent. This one is pure black and white. So because I happen to have black and white here in my toolbar, I could choose either one of these to use. Alright, now for the mode of the gradient, or the style of the gradient actually, we want normal mode, and then we want linear. Linear is the one on the far left. And so there's different kinds of gradients. There's linear, radial, angle, reflected, and diamond. Choose linear and keep everything the same. Opacity is 100. Dither and transparency can be checked. And then now to do this, all we're going to do is we're going to click at the bottom with the mouse, kind of under the surfer towards the edge of where the water ends. And then just pull. Don't release your mouse button. Notice that it lets me kind of pull it's like a stretchy band or something. This is going to control how the gradient flows. So if I pull it really far, it's going to be a really gradual gradient. If I don't pull it as far, it's going to change from black to white more rapidly. So I'm going to just pull about, kind of do it wrong at first just to kind of show that. So I'm going to go up high, then I'll let go. So notice that wherever the black is here, it's see-through. And then as it goes to gray, you see both. and then when it goes up to white, you see the top layer, right? Now I don't really want to show this much though, so I'm actually going to go less. So I'm going to click again, and I'm just going to go to under where the surfer is. And then I can kind of control how much I want. And the goal with this one is just to kind of make it look like your surfer is about to start surfing on sand. You know, the water's really thin, the surfer's on sand. You could try that at an angle if you wanted to. So I could come from an angle. It's not so good. This way. You can go the opposite direction, which is going to adjust the flow. You know, just play with it. And you don't have to even undo. You can just kind of keep changing it. It's going to keep painting on that mask. So I could also have something like that. I could have it coming from the sand, from the side. Okay, so that's all this exercise is. Now the last thing you could do to it is you could always adjust the color. So if I wanted to, I could maybe cool down the sand a bit. I would go to the sand layer, I'd go to image, adjustments, and then I would photo filter it, and I'd cool it down. And you can see the difference there. So there's without, there's with. With just kind of makes it look like it's under the water a bit more. And that's all there is to this particular exercise. So just do File, Save As, and name it. Remember this, you know, name it as the exercise. So this one is exercise 9. And then you can turn it in.